dragon has three heads. One to be a murderer who will unleash death. One to be a monarch whose crown will weigh heavy. And one to be mad whose ideas will change history.
The cage doesn't look like a cage. That's why it works. There are no walls, no guards, no chains. Yet almost no one escapes. Because the cage is not outside you. It's inside your head. Built slowly, layer by layer, thought by thought. And the moment you try to leave it, it feels like you're dying. That's the trick. The cage is made of beliefs. Beliefs you never chose. Beliefs you inherited. Beliefs repeated so often, they started sounding like your own voice. This is how control actually works. Not through force, through identity. From a young age, you are given labels. Good, bad, smart, weak, successful, failure. At first, they are words. Later, they become mirrors. You start seeing yourself through them. And once identity is formed, control becomes automatic. You don't need to be watched. You watch yourself. You judge yourself. You limit yourself. You punish yourself. That's the cage. Fear is the lock. Fear of being wrong. Fear of being rejected. Fear of being alone. Fear of being meaningless. Most people don't live their lives. They manage their fears. Think about how many decisions are fear-based. Choosing safety over truth. Approval over honesty. Comfort over growth. Fear whispers quietly. Don't risk it. Don't stand out. Don't question too much. And people listen. Because fear feels like survival. But most of these fears have nothing to do with survival. They are social fears, psychological fears, learned fears. Ego grows here. Ego is not confident. Ego is protection. It's the mask you wear to hide insecurity. The stronger the ego, the more fragile the person underneath. Ego needs validation. It needs comparison. It needs to be right. That's why arguments exist. That's why people defend beliefs. They've never examined. Beliefs become identity. And when identity is attacked, the mind feels threatened. Not intellectually, existentially. That's why facts rarely change people. You're not arguing ideas. You're threatening their sense of self. So the cage tightens. People cling harder. This is why awakening feels lonely. When you start questioning, you don't just lose answers, you lose belonging. You notice how conversations feel shallow, how routines feel empty, how ambitions feel borrowed. And this hurts, because humans are social creatures. Belonging feels like safety. So most people choose belonging over truth. They stay inside the cage and decorate it. Better job, better house, better image. Still a cage. The system understands this deeply. It doesn't need to imprison bodies. It imprisons attention. Attention is power. Whatever controls your attention controls your life. Look at where attention is directed. Drama, conflict, comparison, outrage, constant emotional spikes. This keeps the mind reactive. A reactive mind cannot see clearly. Clarity requires stillness. Stillness breaks the cage. That's why stillness is rare. Busyness is praised. Exhaustion is normalized. Rest is called laziness. Reflection is called overthinking. The calm, aware human is hard to manipulate. So the cage must stay noisy. Now let's talk about time. Time is used as pressure, deadlines, aging, fear of falling behind. You're running out of time. You should be further by now. So people rush. They rush into careers, relationships, decisions, not because they feel right, because they feel urgent. Urgency keeps people obedient. A rushed mind doesn't rebel. It complies. Another bar of the cage is hope. False hope, not real hope. Real hope empowers. False hope delays. One day it will make sense. One day you'll be happy. One day you'll be free. So people tolerate misery. In the present, they survive, not live. This is the quiet cruelty of the system. It doesn't destroy you. It exhausts you. An exhausted human doesn't question. They scroll. They consume. They sleep. Repeat. Now listen carefully. Breaking the cage does not feel good. This is important. Movies lie about awakening. They show peace, light, relief. That comes later. First comes chaos, confusion, loss of identity, isolation. You feel like you don't fit anywhere, because you don't. You're between worlds. The old lies no longer work. The new truth hasn't stabilized yet. This is the most dangerous phase. Many people go back to noise, back to distraction, back to comfortable lies. Not because they were weak, because the cage felt familiar. Freedom feels unfamiliar, and the mind mistakes unfamiliar for unsafe. Here's the real test. Can you sit with uncertainty without rushing to fill it? Can you admit, I don't know, without panic? The cage hates uncertainty. It wants answers, rules, certainty. But life is not certain. Truth is not clean. Clarity comes from learning to stand in the unknown without running. That's where awareness sharpens. This is where consciousness expands. And this is where fear loses power. Because you realize something slowly. Fear needs stories, and stories collapse under observation. Once you see how fear operates, it loses its grip. Not instantly, gradually. The cage weakens, bars loosen, but one bar remains, the strongest one, fear of death. That's the final law. As long as death is feared, control survives. Because death fear keeps people obedient. It keeps them chasing legacy, meaning, approval. So death is turned into taboo, avoided, hidden, romanticized, weaponized. No one is taught to understand it, because a human who understands death cannot be easily controlled. That's why part 3 matters. Because part 3 is not philosophy. It's confrontation with death, with consciousness, with what remains when the cage finally breaks. This is where many stop. If you're still here, you're not curious anymore. You're ready. Part 2 ends here. The cage is visible now. The question is no longer, is it real? The question is, what happens when the cage dissolves? That's part 3.